Once upon a time, in the heart of ancient India, there lived a young man named Siddhartha. He was a prince, born into a life of luxury and privilege. Despite having everything he could desire, he often felt a deep sense of discontent and restlessness. One day, Siddhartha decided to escape the palace and explore the world beyond its gilded walls. He was determined to understand the true nature of life and find a path to happiness that transcended material wealth. As he ventured out into the world, he encountered suffering, poverty, and death. These encounters deeply affected him and made him question the meaning of life. Siddhartha decided to renounce his royal life and seek enlightenment. He became a wandering ascetic, practicing severe austerities in the company of other ascetics. For years, he lived on a meager diet, barely sleeping, and subjecting his body to harsh penances in the belief that extreme self-mortification would lead to enlightenment. One day, Siddhartha found himself by the banks of a serene river. He was emaciated, weak, and on the verge of giving up. As he looked into the water, he saw his own reflection, a gaunt and exhausted figure. He realized that his extreme practices were not leading him any closer to enlightenment. In fact, they were causing him more suffering. Siddhartha decided to sit down under a Bodhi tree, vowing not to rise until he had found the answers he sought. He closed his eyes, crossed his legs, and began to meditate. For days, he sat in silence, delving deep into the recesses of his mind, contemplating the nature of life and suffering. As Siddhartha meditated, he gradually began to find inner peace and clarity. The answers he sought began to unfold before him. He understood that the key to enlightenment was not found in extreme asceticism, but in the middle way, a balanced and harmonious approach to life. One evening, as the full moon rose in the sky, Siddhartha experienced a profound awakening. He realized the Four Noble Truths: the truth of suffering, the cause of suffering, the end of suffering, and the path to the end of suffering. This moment of enlightenment marked the birth of the Buddha, the awakened one. The Buddha spent the rest of his life teaching others the path to enlightenment and inner peace. He emphasized the importance of meditation and inner silence as a means to understand the nature of one's mind and the source of suffering. The value of silence, he taught, lies in the ability to quiet the mind, free it from distractions, and gain insight into the true nature of reality. Siddhartha, once a restless prince, had become the Buddha, a profound teacher who offered the world a path to inner peace and enlightenment through the practice of meditation and the cultivation of silence. His teachings continue to inspire people to this day, reminding us of the profound value of inner stillness and contemplation in a noisy and chaotic world.